Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. It is time that we had some Michael Jackson on this channel. There are so many reasons why he's considered a great singer and a great dancer, and to facilitate a conversation about that, and to celebrate Halloween, we're going to analyze Thriller. Let's get to it.
Excuse me. Scrawled in blood. What's it say?
Popcorn time!
See you next Wednesday.
Such a good crunch. One thing I don't know, I was looking up a bunch of facts about this before. I don't actually know if that howl was made by a human or sound effect related to a dog or wolf. If you do know that, let me know either in the live premiere chat or in the comments below this video. I'm very curious. Also, Vincent Price is the narrator of this, which is super cool.
It's only a movie.
It's not funny.
You were scared, weren't you?
I wasn't that scared.
Yeah, you were scared.
I want to point out a couple of things that are very interesting to note about Michael Jackson before he's even singing. One of them is the way he often has a sort of smile that's held.
That scared?
See that? Yeah, he's smiling at the girl, right? Hey, date movie night. By the way, if you don't recall seeing the whole video, it is well worth your time. This video, I think, is like 13 minutes long. It's very long. It was considered groundbreaking to have a music video that long at the time. Michael Jackson also has these entire plots that come into fulfillment essentially when he has a song in the middle. So his music videos are so much more than just a music video. They're a short film that has a music video in the middle. We're just watching the music part here because really you should go back and watch the whole thing on your own. But notice the smile that he's got going on. That sets up a vocal position which he maintains all the time. We'll talk a lot more about that later.
You were scared.
It's close to midnight, and something evil's lurking in the dark.
So at the very beginning of his vocal line, he does this classic Michael Jackson sort of like a vocal hiccup, or this little ad-lib, this thing.
It's close to
So you hear two sounds that have nothing to do with words right there. And Michael Jackson was just a pioneer in this area of creating so many sounds that were more than words, that were just vocal expression. And I particularly love the vocal hiccup there because it just tends to be a lot of excitement. This sounds like it's bubbling over in the voice. I really dig that. I wonder what would happen if I did that in an operatic performance. Maybe I'll try it.
It's close to midnight, and something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try.
I love the way his movements here are essentially a casual dance that he's doing. He's like, this is not fully choreographed, but it is with the walking. They've got the tempo. So I do think he thought this out and choreographed it loosely before they did the music video. His vocal expression on every single word is phenomenal. He moves his singing hole, his face, so much to create this huge variety of expressions, even in just one phrase, and give us tons of little like tasty bits. I'm going to go back and talk about all of the little sounds. Just dark there. It's dark and he's going down in his voice, but he adds this sort of hush in the air quality. He adds a little shimmer of air kind of flowing across the top of it, right? Whew.
Something evil's lurking in the dark.
And now you take that back with something evil's lurking in the dark. The rhythm, something evil's lurking in. It's when I do it, it sounds so forced and overdone. He makes it so casual yet precise and like it's like a dart in each bit of rhythm. And then he gets this evil, he gets a lot more focus on the sound. There's less air escaping. And that then directly contrasts that fluffy air that comes through dark just afterwards.
Night, something evil's lurking in the door.
Right. You hear just the way he goes from really focused to a very airy sound in a very short time. That is just one sort of scale of a particular aspect of vocal expression. That's just one scale that he goes from this point to all the way to the end point in a very short amount of time.
Under the moonlight.
There you go. There's another great one. Under, he adds that like a little growl in it. It sounded like an arytenoid a function, I think, in there. Definitely upper vocal tract is where that growl was happening. And then on Moon, it's totally clean. Also, he puts quite a bit of nasality in the ooh and then takes that away. Oh, back a little bit.
Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart.
And he even used a breath in there as part of that vocal expression. Check it out.
You see a sight that almost
Right there.
stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it.
So he's got this combination of beautiful focus on the sound, yet a certain suave feeling. He's really cool, yet he's so stupid, precise, and planned. So he gives off the chill vibe, but actually he's like major organization freak, plan freak. So it's just, there are so many, like I said, aspects of expression, and he's going from the most full version of that to the most emptied version of that, all in a tiny span.
You see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it.
So I'm gonna go back one more time right there. Think about that smile I pointed out earlier. His smile, it creates a certain vocal position. And when I say position, there's so many different things that can go into vocal position. You have right in here, that's where your phonation occurs. But your phonation is directly affected by how your breath is moving. He studied voice at a very, very young age, got his basics of vocal functionality of singing done. And then ever since then, he's just continued to layer extra expression and perfection on top. It's actually insane how he was able to continue to level up his voice. And even though he's known for singing high notes, most of his melodies actually sit in not a huge range of area. It actually sits in this really expressive area that makes you want to sing along.
But terror takes the sound before you make it.
Can you hear on it how there's a smile behind it that causes a lift back here? It has to do with it. Also, some people say with a drop in the jaw, and it's more rounded, a little bit darker. It, the way he says it, has this brightness to it. It also sounds like there's a tilt in the larynx, which gives it a little less pressure. It gives it a smile in the sound.
But terror takes the sound before you make it. And you start to freeze, and so it looks you right between the eyes.
Now, listen to the way he added a little more weight into the voice at the beginning of the phrase, and so he added some in there. There's even like a little cry, just a tiny cry. And then at the end of the phrase, he lightened that up. Even though he went back up to the same pitch, he lightened it up and essentially brought it more into a head voice kind of space.
And so it looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed. You hit the door slam and realize there's nowhere left to run.
I love his enunciation there, the run. He loves singing through consonants. It's like, I think the man just adored playing with sounds. he enjoyed experiencing all of the different shapes that a mouth could make and singing through that and seeing what would happen. He's he makes me, when I listen to him, he makes me want to explore singing even more. And I'm already a nerd about that. I want to do that. I would want to explore voice and singing all the time. And he makes me want to go for it. That's incredible.
Lies. You hit the door slam and realize there's nowhere left to run.
That in.
You feel the cold.
You know what? That little extra ad-lib sound there, that I think that was an inhalatory phonation. Let's go back.
Left to run. You feel
Yeah, he makes that on the way in, and you hear the breath continue in afterwards, right before he starts singing. I never noticed that.
there's nowhere left to run. You feel the cold hand and wonder if you ever see the sun. You close your eyes and
Okay, eyes. As he's going through that, you hear that smile so apparent all the time. This is just a part of his signature sound. He always has an inner smile. Even if he's not showing it out here, he has an inner smile all the time. And that is one of the number one things that opera singers will look for to help their tonality. They also are looking for an inner smile. His entire sound goes more like this in the focus out afterwards. Opera singers will have more of a dome, but that inner smile idea creates a certain extra brightness and lift in the sound that a lot of people consider very attractive sounding.
ever see the sun. You close your eyes and hope that this is just imagination. Girl, but all the while, you hear a creature creeping up behind.
Listen to the way he plays with that rhythm there. He gets out of the pocket just a little bit to give a little extra emphasis to it.
Just imagination. Girl, but all the while, you hear a creature creeping up behind.
He rushes it just a tiny bit. I also love the tiny cry in there as well. Throughout his entire vocal section so far, he has been so adept at navigating between different vocal registers. And when I talk about vocal registers, I'm really focusing on how a position or how a person is going between TA and CT engagement, TA being thyroarytenoid, CT being cricothyroids. These two are the main muscles that will determine vocal fold thickness or length, which determines pitch. But just because you're singing higher doesn't necessarily mean you're in a high vocal register. Sometimes you can sing a high note with a low vocal register and it sounds really, really powerful and thick. And you can sing a low note with a high vocal register and then it sounds really fluffy, kind of thin, very effervescent. So there's different ways you can cross your vocal registers for different pitches. And Michael Jackson does that all the time. He is so adept. He has such a huge range of vocal register crossing. He just uses registers as a way to color a sound and give expression to it. He's not limited by how low or high a vocal register can go. It's really awesome to hear a total master.
Just imagination. Girl, but all the while, you hear a creature creeping up behind. You're out of time. They're out to get you.
Listen to the way he holds get so straight. This is another part of Michael Jackson's voice that I adore, and that's his control over vibrato. He can hold something super straight or add vibrato as a way to bring excitement or vulnerability into the voice.
Creature creeping up behind. You're out of time. They're out to get you. As demons closing in on every side.
Like you heard that nice tiny bit of vibrato inside. And his ending consonants, holy cow. They are like rubber bands smacking you. They are so precise and flicky. Ugh.
As demons closing in on every side. They will possess you unless you change that number on your dial. And now is the time for you and I to cuddle close together. Yeah.
So I think we have a theremin in there. This is my first time really going super deep into the analysis of this song. And the right side, it sounded like we got a theremin there for just a moment.
Cuddle close together.
Like a classic Halloween sound.
All through the night, I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see.
I love the way he added just a tiny bit of grit there.
Save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see.
His words are so clear. They're almost like over clear. We get tons of shadow vowels throughout, meaning that we have like a schwa vowel that will happen after a consonant, sin. And he actually uses those shadow vowels sometimes and gives them an extra sound because he just loves making extra sounds everywhere, right? He pioneered an entire vocal style. If people do little extra sounds in the middle, little hiccups like that, people think that they're trying to imitate Michael Jackson these days. I still want to figure out how to bring one into an operatic sound at some time. That would be super fun. And I'd also really love to hear what that sounds like in deathcore. Can we please have a deathcore vocalist that occasionally makes Michael Jackson vocal hiccups? That would be amazing. Let's make it happen. Ooh.
Darkness falls across the land.
Hello, Vincent Price. His voice is delightful. Want to talk a little bit about this riff that's going on underneath too. It's going to go for a little while, and we've been hearing it really the whole song, I think, at this point. It works though, and it has a funky sound that's easy to riff off of on top or bring another melody into it. But there are also lots of little intricacies in it, so it doesn't get boring. I don't feel like it's too empty. It's just the right amount of simplicity so you can add things to it, and intricacy so it doesn't get boring.
Darkness falls across the land.
Gotta love the organ.
The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood.
So part of what makes a really fantastic haunted house voice is speaking in a really wide range. So people will go really high and then go down to the lowest lows, and having lots of air in the sound as well.
Blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down.
And having a naturally deep voice is very helpful for this because you want to have access to a rumble, right? But he also is great at sometimes making it more evil by putting just a whole load of nasality into it at opportune times.
Be found without the soul for getting down. Must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
Rolling an R can help too. Very formal sounding. Gather the zombies! All right, y'all. If you're in live chat with me in that premiere today, I want you to guess how much this music video would cost if they made it today. I'll tell you how much it cost back then. It was $500,000. It's a lot of money. How much do you think that would be today? I'll let you know at the next pause. There's that theremin again.
The foulest stenches in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and
40,000 years of funk. Sorry, I'm going to keep it going. You still have a longer time to answer that question. Sorry. Funk of 40,000. Whoa.
Is in the air.
That's a lot of
The
funk.
funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver.
Whoops.
For no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
That frozen face. Whoa, boy. It's almost like Elvis. I am going to tell you now that this video today, if they were to make it, would be, I think it was 1.62 million. Yeah, that's so much for a music video. Wow. And the makeup and the costumes at the time were, again, land breaking. And you add to that just the whole scope of 13 minutes. It's a short film. It's an entire short film that has a music video in the middle of it. I feel so impressed by what Michael Jackson did for arts in general. It's huge. There's no doubt about it that he has been one of the most influential people for both music, dance, and music videos. Also, so cool how they have music composed throughout the music video, even when it isn't like the song, right? Here we go, the creepy strings, lots of half steps in here. Delicious. Lots of half steps. And thus begins the part that I really, really, really love. Of course, the Thriller dance. Guys, I love this dance. I really love this dance so much that every year at Halloween time at Lindy Groove in Los Angeles, this is like a swing dance venue, Thursday nights, they have the most amazing Halloween party. One of my favorite things at that Halloween party was when a bunch of the swing dancers would come out and do the Thriller dance, like swing dance Eve style. It had some nice little twists every now and then and flares because people were doing Lindy Hop, right? And that was so much fun. I want to do something of a recreation of this. It's not going to be anywhere near as elaborate, but I invite all of you to send me a video on Instagram. You can find me there, okay? Just look up The Charismatic Voice. Send me a video. It could be really short. I just want you to do the Thriller move. If you know what that, I'll point it out when we get there, okay? Send me a video of you doing the Thriller move. We're going to make a compilation, put out a short at the end of October of just a bunch of people doing Thriller moves. Charismatic community Thriller. The breathing with his movement, the jaw movements, like I think his dance has inspired World War Z. And well, really all zombies. Gosh. Every time I watch this dance, I am blown away by the creativity. It's insane the way he makes so many moves broken. Like, of course, now that I see it, that's what a zombie would dance like. But he had to take a ton of different dance moves and basically say, how would a zombie's broken body do a dance move like this? I'm going to go back. This is so impressive. The mouth movements, though, that's the cherry on top. And the relaxation along with the precision. Yeah! Imagine a bunch of swing dancers doing this. Oh, so good. There we go. There we go. That's a Thriller move, guys. recreate that and send it to me on Instagram. Send me a video, okay? We are going to do this. We're going to be putting together a short compilation of the charismatic voice community doing the Thriller move. Ah! Oh my gosh. Again, if Elvis were a zombie, his eyes are even iconic. And of course, a jacket. Wow. I heard that jacket was raffled off, or it was sold for some ridiculous amount of money. I don't remember how much. Probably could have paid for the entire music video. Oh, side note about that video you're going to send me on Instagram. Yeah, that one. You're going to do it. You can be in costume or not. You don't actually have to show your face. So just send me the Thriller move, okay? Do it. I love the way he dives back in with the voice there. It's so good. His voice is so healthy and so precise and exact and iconic. All of the things. I can't say enough good about his voice, honestly. I don't think I can say anything bad about his voice. Nothing.
And no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's dead. Thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside a thriller. Thriller night. 'Cause I can feel you more than any ghost would ever dare try.
There's that classic Michael Jackson super high note, and I swear it sounds so operatic the way he goes up there. It's even on an ooh vowel, which tends to be really easy, especially for an operatic transition up there. And if you took that out of context, you could put it into an opera, but he's like, no, I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it into rock and pop. And it's so successful. But if you do that inside of any other genre at this point, people are like, yeah, that's Michael Jackson. You're copying Michael Jackson. His sound is just a signature sound. He broke the rules, and now if you break the rules too, you sound like him. Let's go back to it. There's a lot of loft in there.
So let me hold you tight and share up together. 'Cause this is thriller.
I'm actually really curious. I haven't ever paid attention to those layers before. I wonder if he layered them all himself.
'Cause this is thriller night. Girl, I can feel you more than any
Ah, the move!
So let me hold you tight and share up together.
I love that move. I love that move too. That one's really, really fun to do.
You more than any ghost would ever dare try.
By the way, if you're a guy and you've been having troubles sort of hopping over that register shift, try it on an ooh vowel. That is one of the most common easy fixes that I've seen really work with a lot of male singers.
Ghost would ever dare try. So let me hold you tight and share up together.
Ooh, haunted house. Run away. That makeup. It's not just the makeup, it's his look. And the mouth movement, it's terrifying. So incredible. Fade out. Oh, zombie noises. All right, if you guys want to finish this, you're gonna have to watch the rest of the movie on his channel. Don't forget to send me your Thriller move on Instagram. We're going to make that compilation up. I want to get tons of those, so send them over. I'm so excited to see what y'all come up with. And thank you so much for joining me in appreciating Michael Jackson's ingenuity, his vocal prowess, his incredible dance moves. And I wish all of y'all a very happy Halloween season. If you want some more incredible vocal prowess, I'll make a playlist up. It's going to be over here. I hope to see you all doing the Thriller Dance Moon very soon.